Welcome back to the Blue Way Talk Show with Duane Bluestein, Miss Shelley Marie, and guest, host, person, Randy Gatewood. Man, do you remember? Okay, so I've known Randy a long time, and when he was
Me
with
too.
when he was with the Raptors.
Every time I pull rank up in here today, I don't know what's going on.
You know, Randy.
I actually knew Shelley first.
Okay, good,
Ooh.
good. Knowing Shelley first means zero to this conversation right now. As I was saying, the point was getting here that when we used to go to these Rattler games, I used to see this number 17, and he used to run this route. And you know, we had front row right there on the end zone, and you know where you could hit the pad.
Besides.
You know, we was like,
intense.
and the ball, and you know, Coop was not Coop, quarterback.
Bonner
Was left-handed, so I knew the ball was gonna come over to us. It's gonna come this way, and every time we would go up and try to take it out of Randy's hands, he would say no and score touchdowns. So I need a football that you never let me catch ever. Can I? Is that?
I could probably do that.
Can you help me out?
Yeah,
a
I
little
can do
bit?
that.
I mean, I've been with you with Moody Blues. You know, you've helped me out with Moody Blues.
Moody
I mean, you.
Blues. Moody Blues. Those are good old days, man.
You remember those days?
I don't know if I was old enough to get in.
Yeah.
Well, it was a clothing store.
Yeah.
Oh,
She probably don't remember the Moody days.
Clearly, I didn't have enough money to get into
okay.
it.
But you've known Randy longer. Fair weather friend.
Clearly, he wasn't giving away footballs or clothes.
No.
Hey.
Yeah.
I was giving away all that. Y'all just wasn't. Y'all just wasn't a part of it. Y'all was.
No,
Yeah.
we
Y'all
weren't
was.
there.
Y'all
We're
was
doing
gone.
something
Yeah.
else.
All right. Well, we were talking about the ESPYs during the break, and I don't know if you guys watched the ESPYs last night.
It was
No?
great.
You didn't like it?
I did. I love the show. Yeah,
It was a good show.
Totally.
I mean,
The award with Robin Robbins was amazing. Made me tear up a little bit.
a little bit.
Just a little bit. She's
I mean,
amazing.
Robin is. I mean, what she went through. Not so much what she went through, but being an athlete, crossed over to
That was huge.
ESPN.
Right.
I mean, she was basically a female anchor that just kind of jumped in
And
and
black.
said, and black,
They
and
don't
said,
do-
"Look,
yeah.
this is what I'm gonna do." And she was around everyone.
She was a trailblazer.
She absolutely did it. They're running a not 30 for 30, but I think it's 9 for 9 on ESPN right now. Female journalists that broke into the game, and she was the one that kind of opened up a lot of doors for a lot of people, especially on ESPN.
She did.
And her speech yesterday, the Arthur Ashe Award, was just absolutely incredible. It you could tell that she's so and she's got guns.
Oh,
like
man.
this is all she does.
All she
It's
did,
just
yeah,
it's
sit-ups,
just-
push-ups.
like that.
Yeah,
all the
she
time.
put somebody in a headlock. It's
Yeah.
sleepy night.
Yeah,
Ready to go night night.
But listen, here, and we pulled this up, and I wanted to say, what did LeBron have on?
Okay, so
What LeBron James, for those that don't know.
right, he had a red tux on, and it kind of reminded me personally,
Your little brother's tux.
kind of, but my brother's 6'3", so he ain't very little.
It was still at 6'3",
3 and
look-
he's 6'6", right? It reminded me either it immediately made me think of the show Love Boat
With Isaac?
the bartender, and then I
Isaac
thought
was
about
always smiling. Was he
he was
high?
happy.
What was
But
he
Isaac
doing?
was fresh too.
he was a bartender.
Isaac was fresh though.
He was.
You
You're
know
right.
that-
To that.
Huh?
You
To
are
that.
into this tux. You like the tux?
Like
It reminded me of Broken
I
Crayons.
thought it may have been maybe a little small, but I
Little.
totally dig the tux.
The color?
the color, everything, like everything.
I think you have.
I think it's. I don't know. You know me. Like you mentioned Moody and me being in fashion
Moody
for all
Blues,
those years.
for
Like
those you guys
it.
know.
Like it just. I don't know. I was able to see a lot of fashion and stuff
Right.
and
But
be able
Moody
to wear
Blues,
some of it. You know what I mean?
Moody Blue
I feel so cheated.
makes more sense to me.
Now
Moody
don't.
Blue.
Now don't get me wrong. Now that tux wasn't something we had in Moody.
Right.
But I've seen people rock the Euro smaller looking tux
like the
and
Euro
stuff like
look.
that, And this one may, but you got to remember too, LeBron's not a 6 foot guy. You know what I mean? So for
right.
him, everything
No,
looks
it was
probably
little.
smaller.
No,
on
it
him
was
as
little.
well,
It was small.
you know?
No, it was just.
But I'm just talking about in general, the suit itself. Had it been a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit more,
Tailored to
tailored
a
to
normal
him,
person, right.
it would have been totally 100% go.
It
No.
might
rock
have been.
it. I'd rock
It might have
that.
been okay. Go. as far as fashion, Dwayne Wade is killing the game every time. On the court, off the court, in the ESPYs.
Okay, so let me go back.
Barrel,
let me go back one time. I don't want to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Maybe 2 months ago,
that Knickers thing.
D Wade had on a all red outfit too.
I'm okay with all red. You know what he does? He has good color balance.
But his was small too.
Oh, I missed that.
It was young.
So
it was real young.
So they must have like a young designer.
They must have a young designer because everything was young on him too.
Everything was little on him.
Everything was young, not little.
The pants was like
it was little on LeBron, but it was young on D Wade.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was a red. It was a red, and this was during the NBA playoffs. Like red pants. The pants was way too small, super tight. The shirt was way too small. The sweater was red too small. It was all red. But like you said, I think for whatever reason, those guys now, there's a handful of them out there in the NBA who dress different than the normal guys. LeBron, D Wade, Russell Westbrook, Durant, like these guys have got some really funky styles. You know what I mean? But to them, it's different, it's edgy, and it works for them. And not to mention, that's somebody who's working for them, who they're paying a lot of money to pick these clothes out.
Absolutely, and I agree.
Or it could be a campaign issue. Like you have David Beckham that has a huge campaign with Armani.
Could be an endorsement deal or something that those guys have too. So you just never know. But when it comes to fashion, honestly, I don't really think you could push the envelope enough. I think, especially with men, women live on the edge when it comes to fashion, but men won't go. They won't get out there and experiment. And a woman can tell him he looks good in it all day, but if he's not feeling it, he ain't gonna wear it.
So it's a self-esteem. So the outfit needs to come with a little self-esteem manual.
Probably, it's probably a little confidence builder, But I don't think it's pushed enough. You gotta be real confident
to wear that little red tux.
Yeah,
but what's the difference whether it's confidence in a tux or you confident walking into a room and everybody turning and saying and looking at you?
There's a difference because if you don't feel right, if you don't feel good.
But that looked phenomenal to him, or he wouldn't have worn it, right?
To him. But I know there's somebody in your camp that said.
But what are you gonna do?
I've had people. I literally have had people like ask me too, like say, "Hey man, like why are you stuff that I would buy from Moody?" Like we would debate all the time with the female buyer and our general manager, like, why are we bringing this in? And I'm like, we're bringing it in because I believe in it.
Right.
Okay. Right. And so everybody has their own personalities, differences when it comes to fashion. Absolutely. So LeBron, to him, he was GQ. He front cover of GQ magazine, Ebony Man of the Month. You know what I mean? So, but to us or to someone else, it may not be as appealing to them, but. It does when it comes to fashion. You can't worry about what other people think either.
Absolutely, and you're also dealing with people that are international travelers, so they see things that the normal U.S. citizens in Arizona don't
worry.
See.
Like literally, you can't worry. You can't worry what people think about you, what you're wearing.
I'm not.
Do you have a favorite?
I'm not worried about how he's dressed. I'm just saying it was a terrible outfit. Hey, I mean, there are some times that those guys are like, all right, y'all do what y'all do. The backpack with who was that? Durant. Durant used to wear the backpack. Man, do you? But yesterday, that outfit, that wasn't a good outfit.
I thought he was going to change.
I
thought he was going to do a little Beyonce.
But that's a matter of opinion.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
That's all.
Do you have a favorite athlete or a high-profile person that you think is stylish?
I do.
Go and
I'm gonna go last.
You know what? in my time frame, I always followed Mike. I thought Mike's. I thought everything was tailored. I mean, it was tailored. It was right. He made sure that he gave that look. Mm-hmm. He knew what type of clothes that he could get away with and what he could wear. Magic is another one that he has a different style, but he can pull it off. Barkley at times.
You like all the old school players.
Maybe because
that's your ear.
Does it have to be an athlete?
No, it doesn't have to be an athlete.
Oh.
I personally, if we're talking about athletes, I like Sean Avery because he's got a very classic look, and I know both of y'all like, who the hell is Sean Avery, right?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. And believe it or not, he's a hockey player. He plays for the Rangers, New York Rangers, and he actually has a partnership with what is the name of it? It's Commonwealth. It's kind of reminds you of Duck and King and that type of skater kind of boy thing. Okay. But he's not a skater. His is very clean. Kind of reminds you of a David Beckham kind of feel.
Right on.
Very classic, very Euro.
Sean Avery.
Yeah.
See, now I'm going to go and look at a New York Rangers game.
See what it is.
See what it is.
Right on. I would probably have to go with Will Smith. I think Will Smith has always been, he's always been the brother that people would say is not, he's quote, he's Will. He's not real. He's not hard. He's not serious. Yeah, but I always thought he's always done it with class. Yeah. And every time you see him, he's always, you won't see him in a suit like LeBron had on, but you will see him in something tailored to fit. Yep. And every time you see him on screen or on whatever it is, the guy is just always, everything seems to be right. Everything seems to fit with him.
Just classy and perfection.
Yeah, it's totally.
And the thing about, I will piggyback on that, is him and his wife are always matching.
Always.
I think it's so cute.
Like they got a good thing, a really, really good thing going. I don't think they're exempt from problems like everybody else.
No.
But I also think that they got a really, really unique thing going, and I've always just thought he was very professional with everything he's ever done.
I Will is because I swore up and down that I was Will Smith coming from the 317 to Scottsdale, Arizona. Yes, I was Will Smith. That's my story, so I'm gonna ride with it. But yeah, Will carries himself very well. I am a huge Diddy fan. I am absolutely a Diddy fan. I think Diddy's clothing lines kind of transcend. Now last night at the ESPYs looked like he was a little nervous.
He looked like he was mad, like he had a bench warrant or something.
Diddy's been like that for the last couple of years, though.
Something's not right there, because he was not happy. He was not happy last night.
Neither was Snoop. Because Snoop was sitting like 10 rows back. I'm sure he's not used to that. Well, but his outfit was wrong. I wouldn't have put him in the front either. I was like, really?
That was a bad outfit.
That goes again to management. Nobody told this boy that was
a jacket outfit. We always talk about management, but those guys put these clothes on.
It don't matter.
They put them on. And by the time that their publicist sees them, then they're already on the red carpet.
They're like the problem. If you know your boy or your girl, it has issues in certain areas, then you need to be with that person
all the time.
You don't need to be in the green room taking drinks, taking shots without me. You need to make sure I'm closed, ready to go, and I'm on the red carpet.
You made that sound like we do that to you all the time. Like,
yeah,
in
the green
room taking shots and drinks. And
I was having a flashback. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she kind of went off.
Sorry, I don't
know. Went to a different place there for a minute.
What green room was she? Did we just ignore you in that?
Went to a different place for a minute. You know.
Let us pray.
Like, where'd that come from? You know?
You're on the Blue Way Talk Show with Duane Bluestein, Miss Shelley Marie, and Randy Gatewood. Hey, Randy, we were talking about our challenge. DB Productions versus Domestic Diva, before the break. And the challenge is a fantasy football.
Is it or is it and?
It's all. It's going to be a package deal where we're going to accumulate points.
Okay.
For these three. You have Fantasy Football League where we're going to break them up into teams, probably 10 apiece. Okay. You're looking at a golf scramble.
For sure.
2-on-2 golf scramble, but you have a team.
Are we playing best ball?
And individual best ball.
Okay.
And then you have a backyard boogie cook-off. So we bring all of that together in the Blue Way Cup. Are you in?
Yeah, I'd win that.
You would win that?
Yeah.
But you have to get selected on one of our teams.
Right.
So I would think that you would want to be on my team.
I would think not. I beg to differ.
Why?
Well, you have food.
You have food. That's
the only thing that you have. Fantasy Football League. Well, I need somebody that's on my team that knows how to play fantasy football, obviously.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the fun thing about it is you need to pick people that understand that.
Right, and I'm probably gonna win because I've never played before. Beginner's luck all the time. That's what happens. So don't worry, I'll go ahead and take Randy.
With the first pick. Okay.
Hey, so we're gonna do this in October, Randy. We're gonna have you in, and I really appreciate you coming out to the Blue Way show. We are just taking off, but I'm pretty sure we'll see you again.
I'm around. You know what? You know where to find me. And thanks for having me on. It was a blast as usual. Every time I tend to fall up in this realm of Blue Way, domestic diva, catering and everything, it's always a stone cold groove. Man. So I'm on. Yeah. Okay.
And you know this, man. The Blue Way. We'll see you soon.